Proclamation of this land to our forces. And a solicitor, and I'm calling on them to come in here.
Where's Tracy?
Is there a solicitor among us? Is there a solicitor among us?
Where's Tracy?
Right in front of you.
We need the proclamation written, spoken. We need a solicitor to do this.
Come on, Peter. Peter.
What's your name? What's your name?
Peter Sheldon is my name. I was practicing up to the end of the big crash there. Now, there's many people have read this proclamation. There's many people have read this proclamation before. This wonderful document. Is it too louder? Yeah, I will. Many great people in this struggle we've had have read this document. One in particular, Fiona from Swords, who read it so magnificently, as did Gemma O'Doherty on her streams. Absolutely amazing reading she gave. So I'll read this now. It's a bit wavering in my hand. This solemn declaration that was read out just down the road there in the GPO. Public na Héireann, the provisional government of the Irish Republic, to the people of Ireland, Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which she receives her old tradition of nationhood, Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. Having organised and trained her manhood through her secret revolutionary organisation, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through her open military organisations, the Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army, having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment, and supported by her exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe, but relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory, which will be with this great movement today. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland. I'll repeat that again. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland, and not to cabals, and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished except by the destruction of the Irish people, which is impossible. In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. Can you just hold that for me? Just hold it for me. 6 times during the past 300 years, they have asserted it in arms, standing on that fundamental right, and again inserting it in arms in face of the world. We hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as sovereign, independent state, and we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare, and of its exaltation among the nations. The Irish Republic is entitled to and hereby claims the allegiance of every Irish man and woman. Listen to that, Mr. Varadkar, and Mr. Martin, and Sinn Féin, and the abominable Greens. Micheál Martin.
Not my Taoiseach. Not my fucking Taoiseach.
We go on. The Republic guarantees.
Get them out!
Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out!
Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! And we can say to get them out from this solemn bridge of O'Connell Street across the great river of Liffey of Dublin, and that great patriot who Gemma has pointed out so many times, Daniel O'Connell. Where was it? Now, the Republic guarantees religious and civil liberties, equal rights and equal opportunities to all its citizens, and declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and of all its parts, cherishing all the children of the nation equally, and oblivious of the differences carefully fostered by an alien government, which have divided a minority from the majority in the past. Yeah. Until our arms have brought the opportune moment for the establishment of a permanent national government representative of the whole people of Ireland and elected by the suffrage of all her men and women. And remember that Ireland was, I think, the first country in 1922 that gave full voting rights to women. That's what the Irish people did, and we didn't need the EUC or any of those pretenders to tell that's where the rights came from. They came from the Irish patriots who got all our freedom, men and women. The provisional government, hereby constituted, will administer the civil and military affairs of the Republic in trust for the people. The final paragraph. We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessing we invoke upon our arms, and we pray that no one who serves that cause will dishonor it by cowardice, inhumanity, or rapine. In this supreme hour, and what hour is more supreme now, when the total extinguishment of this great republic is threatened by the cabal, in this supreme hour, the Irish nation must, by its valor and discipline, and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good, prove itself worthy of the august destiny to which it has been called. This great document, ranking with all the great documents, as Gemma has said many times, around the world, was signed on behalf of the provisional government. And the first signatory on that document was Thomas J. Clarke. Thomas J. Clarke, I think he had a little shop down here in Cornell Street when he was released from prison after serving 20 years. Now, my history's a bit gone on me, just holding that. Thomas Clarke struck for Ireland what he thought was right, and he was given 20 years. I know I should read the proclamation. I'll continue. He was given 20 years in prison under what was called the special regime, to be broken. 20 men went in with them. Only 8 came out alive and sane, and he survived. He wrote the Bible backwards twice on little pieces of paper. That's what he did to keep his sanity. So there you are. What a man, what a patriot. Thomas J. Clarke, Sean McDermott, Thomas McDonough, P.H. Pearce, Pádraig Pearse, Eamon Cant, James Connolly, Joseph Plunkett. Thank you, fellow patriots. Thank you. Bye-bye.